There's been some very important discussion, began by the senator from Lawrence, that I would like to reiterate. And then I would like to talk about the things that I found in this bill that is reason for me to vote no. Again, I want to make this very clear. We have a generation problem. We need to upgrade facilities. We need to increase generation. I think we can all agree on that. But it's how we do it, the way we do it, is vitally important. This bill is very large. It combines 4 or 5 bills together. There's been a lot of amendments. It's a very confusing topic, very hard to understand. It's extremely hard to understand the implications that it will have on our constituents. My staff and I have done our best, less than 24 hours, to comb through this bill. Because as Scripture says, it's not the big things, it's the little foxes that spoil the vine. And I want to thank the senator from the 8th because he's done a lot of work on this. He sees the problem. I agree with the problem. And I thank him for his diligence and work on this issue. I want to thank the senator from the 24th, who has also fought diligently for consumer protections, and for every other senator that has been very involved in this bill doing what they can. It is my opinion that because this bill is so large, so difficult, in the conversations I've been in, I don't know that really anybody knows all of the implications of everything in this bill. One of my campaign promises when I ran is I promised my voters I would do the absolute best I can to read every bill in its entirety and do my best to understand the implications on we the people before I would vote in the affirmative. This bill's too important, it's too costly, and it has a potential burden on the public in my district and of this state. We've already discussed QUIP. I've said what I think I needed to say about that. Four different places in this bill it talks about trustees for sewer districts. We're paying them $100 to attend board meetings. It's fine. Then in addition to their pay for their duties on behalf of the district, they are now allowed to be paid for things outside their duties as trustees. No idea why we'd be doing that. 386.572 on page 23, line 17, talking about natural gas safety standards. The max penalty for gas standards was not to exceed $150,000. Now we are leaving that up to the feds. Doesn't sound like a good idea. 386.720, OPC funding increase, more than doubling their budget. I understand they need more employees to do their job. They were against this bill, now they're for it. 386.820, advanced utility meters. In other words, known as smart meters. It allows for two-way communication between the meter and the utility or its agent, and allows for the utility or its agent to control a customer's thermostat, appliance, or service. Page 33, line 39. Commercially reasonable rules. 386.1100, time of use rates. Page 23, line 1. We have time of use rates in my district. I loathe them. This is actually saying that the commission can adopt time of use rates. Part of what the people of this state are up in arms about. I have heard from many of my constituents about this. They're wanting to know what the legislature is doing and how it is happening. The Senate is actually codifying that the PSC can order the adoption of these rates, when in my opinion we should be prohibiting them. 393.138, federal income tax, page 40 and 41. A reduction is made to the federal income tax rates of an electric corporations between January 20th of 25 and December 30th of 29. The commission shall have one-time authority to adjust each electrical corporation rates, but the income tax component of the revenue requirement used to set rates is based on the provisions of the Federal Act without rate increases. In 2018, President Trump gave each utility consumer $2,000, which the utilities scooped up for themselves. Is that what this is providing for? We should amend this to ensure that all consumers are giving all funds or rate reductions that would flow to them without any rate increase. Future test years, completely against that as well. Future projection of rates, instead of historical, like it has been, is a bad idea. 393.320, large public utilities, page 48, line 30. The PSC can take into account rates that may result from acquisition. The PSC, by the way, I am new to this legislature and learning about these departments, but it's just interesting to me the PSC is mostly politicians and not business owners. I think there may be one. The PSC shall independently determine whether the acquisition of a small water company by a large one is in the public interest, regardless of whether the matter has been put to a vote by ratepayers or not at all. I have that situation in my district, the possibility of that right now. 393.401, page 53, line 24 through 32. Definition of reliable electric generation is determined by meeting the accreditation standard. Matter of fact, in the handout here from the senator, I couldn't find it in the bill, but it's mentioned Meta, which is Facebook. The fix for renewable energy credits allows large energy consumers to purchase renewable energy credits from the market, preventing them from being charged twice. Renewable energy credits. Many things that sound like the new Green Deal in here to me. Page 56, line 126. Electrical corporations shall not enter into such a settlement in order to meet pollution reduction or other corporate or societal goals beyond those required by law. So it's required by law. What would that be? Is that ESG? Environmental, social, and governance? 393.1030, renewable energy standard, page 57 through 65. This is what I just referred to about Meta, which is Facebook. Not sure why we're helping Facebook out, but we're helping Meta out. Page 59, line 45. Accelerated renewable buyers are exempt from any renewable energy standard compliance cost as may be established by the utility and approved by the commission. Let me read that again. Accelerated renewable buyers are exempt from any renewable energy standard compliance cost. 393.1400, page 67 through 74. Removes new natural gas units as a qualifying electric plant. Section extends to deferrals, consequences, implications, I don't know, unknown. 393.1645, discounts by gas corporation, page 75 through 79. Gives discounts of 25% on customers with 75,000 CCF annually. Looked at some other states, they're requiring more of these big energy users and not less. So this appears to be giving these big energy users 25% discount. Again, who makes up the cost? Our citizens. My constituents. You, me. 393.1700. Review of financial orders for energy transition costs, page 81 through 117. New language about the tariff looks like it negates other parts of the tariffs. We have a brand new president who is making historic and very quick changes. And it just makes me ask why? Why now? Why are we rushing this? Why does it feel so rushed, pressured, when this bill is so important, it's so large, and so complicated? This body in particular, this chamber in particular, is designed to slow down, slow the process, be deliberate, intentional. That's what I ran for. To take time to look at all sides. This bill's too big, too complicated, and too short a time. I cannot, I will not, in good conscience, and I realize by the sound in this chamber that my no vote's going to mean nothing. But I'm going to stand before my constituents and tell them how I felt, how I believe. Because not only did I promise them that I would read every bill and do my best to understand the implications on you, on we the people, before I would vote for it, I also told them the only reason I'm running and the only reason I'm here, because I don't need another career, I have one, is to do my best to safeguard the rights and the liberty of we the people. I'll say it again, I understand we need generation. No one wants their lights turned off. Everyone wants to open the faucet and the water run. But in my opinion, this is not it. Thank you, Mr. President.